encourage everyone to stay engaged and focused during our class for the day. So shall we start? Here ask Mr. Banawan to begin our video. Alright, thank you, Mr. Banawan. Before you take your seats, I want you to look under and around your chairs and pick some pieces of proper and pictures. And also, please make sure your chairs are aligned. And then, now take your seats. Thank you, everyone. Everyone is ready? So for today's class again, I would like you to remind of our classroom rules. First is, raise your hand before you speak. Second is, listen when others are speaking. And lastly, work quietly and do not disturb others. Are these instructions clear, class?
Yes!
Thank you. So, before we begin, let's have a quick review. Can anyone in the class remember our last topic? Anyone from the class, Mr. Banawan? Alright. What can you say about computer viruses? Anyone from the class? Any answer? Alright, Sir Bob.
Computer viruses is a harmful
Alright, so it's a hurtful software that can affect computers' performance. So just like the typical virus that can infect our human body, that will infect our health, also computer viruses can infect the performance of our laptop, right? Can anyone remember the types of virus that we have discussed last time? Anyone? Yes, raise your hand.
I think one type is Trojan.
Alright, Trojan horse. Next one. Malware. Next. Lastly, yes, Mr. Visto. Yes, Mr. Visto.
Spyware.
Alright. Alright. So, all of these viruses can really affect the performance of our computer viruses. Now, can you give me some ways for us to avoid having computer viruses to our computer? Anyone? Yes, Ms. Kamar.
by having an antivirus program.
Alright, by having an antivirus program for our for our computers. Anyone? Any idea? Yes, Mr. Visto. Yes, Mr. Nalakas. Alright, so we should avoid downloading files. We should download files only on the websites that are trustworthy. Alright? So we can also use firewalls, and we should keep our computers regular updates of its operating system. So by doing these things, we can be able to avoid computer viruses. Alright, so I think everyone is refreshed on our last topic. Let's now go to our exciting part. Alright, we will be having a loop ball relay game. So in this game, we'll part the class into two groups, and the groups should be balanced. So please fill up those gaps. Please fill up those gaps. Thank you. Students on the back, can you move up the other part of the group so that we can execute our game later. Alright, so we have balanced group right now. So in this game, I will be giving you a ball. You, Mr. Gab, actually ball. This one, you will be the first student, alright? You will be the first student who will pass the ball. Okay. Mr. Salvador. So in this game, you will keep passing the ball throughout your team. Got it? We'll keep passing on it, and when the ball reach the last student, and you are the last student, you must give back the ball to the first student who had it first. Yeah. You can throw it to him. Just be careful, alright? You can give it to him or pass it to your your beside seatmates. And your first student, Mr. Salvador, you are the first student that will be having the first ball. When you receive the ball for the first time, I want And then, when you were able to finish or satisfy my given condition on each round, all the group, when you were able to satisfy my given condition on the first round, on each round, whoever group will satisfy first my given condition, a point will be given to them. Alright? And the group that will be having the high score on those 3 rounds will be declared as a winner. And they will receive a prize later. Alright? Got it?
Got it!
Let's start for our first round. This is the condition for our first round. You must pass the ball through the whole team exactly 2 times. Exactly 2 times. Every time the ball came back to the first student must shout first two, and so on. As I once said a while ago, when you already finish or satisfy my condition, which is exactly 2 times, remember? All the group must shout out of the loop. Alright? Ready? On my mark, let's set, go. That's what a loop statement does in our loop. It automates the syntax, it automates the execution of blocks, and it gives us a more clearer and more readable code, right? So what do you think? So why do we use loops? Can anyone answer that? Yes, Mr. Gab? Why do you use loops? Any idea? Based on my papers, I don't know.
Execute repeatedly action and repetition.
Alright, to execute repeatedly or anything something. As I once said, Mr. God, to repeat tasks automatically. So you don't have to write the same line of code again and again. And also, it makes our code shorter, cleaner, and easier to manage. Remember, when you will be in the field of the IT industry, it is important that you will write a shorter, cleaner, and easier to manage code because you will be collaborating with your fellow programmers. Alright, so I want you to stay focused on our lesson for today. And alright, so we have the types of loops. Now, can anyone of the class guess what is the first type of loop? Mr. Manager.
For loop.
Alright, let's see. Oh, it's for loop. Good. What's the next one? Mr. Danley. While loop. While loop. Alright, let's see. It's while loop. Mr. Gonzalez. Do while loop. Alright, it's do while loop. So we have three types of loops. First is for loop. Second is while loop, and lastly, loop while loop. First is for loop. That's
Application.
So, let's proceed to our application. So, in this application, I want you to look on the code to read the syntax and find the missing syntax or the error of the code. Read the given expected output on the right side of the screen. So, for our first application, just raise your hand if you were able to notice or find the wrong syntax. But is my presentation clear from the back?
Yes.
Are you sure? All right. So, can you find the missing or the error of this program? So this program will begins 1 to 10. Is your that by time? What's
I think it's the increment in the instead of for loop. It's missing.
all right? So look at this one. The increment of the I variable is missing. What do you think will happen if you forgot to increment the variable I? Any other hand from that method? Are you trying? Sure naman? Alright, so the whole is not correct.
Next part.
Okay.
Next part.
So let's drop it up. Can anyone remember in the class when do we use for loop? Oh, we did not yet. So we use for loop when the number of iterations are known, right? So if you already know how many times of this code that will be executed, then use for loops. How about while loops? Can anyone from the class remember what is when we do use while loops? Are you raising your hand, Mr. Gab? Alright, you can try.
When using my loop, there will be
Thank you.
there is another loop.
Alright. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gab. So, what Gab is saying is nested while loops. But we will go to that topic next week. Can anyone in class know when we use while loop? Mr. Gab,
I think it's based on when the condition is true. For example, while the age is less than or other numbers is less than this number, do this.
Okay.
So we don't have to increment the variable inside.
Next part. Next part.
Thank you, Mr. Gab. evaluation. Alright, so let's proceed to our evaluation. I want you to spread out a little bit and have one seat apart so that we might have so I want you to, alright, just repeat the third position. So let's bring up one sheet of paper. And I want you to write on the paper. And this is the instructions. Develop a program that prints the even numbers from 1 to 100. Then print the sum of all even numbers using proper word. Right. I will be giving you 10 minutes to start the code.
Can I see the answers to the evaluation? It's evaluation 1, meaning there is evaluation 2.
Yes, ma'am.
What's evaluation 2 about?
Evaluation 1 will be using the right proper loop, which is the for loop and do while loop.
Okay.
While in evaluation 2, the student must use the while loop and do while loop.
Next one.
So for your assignment, I want you to, using the proper loop, create a program to generate a multiplication table. The user will enter a number, then it will be multiplied from 1 to 10. So here is our expected output. Your loop must prompt the user to enter an integer, and when the user enters 9, that 9 will be multiplied from 1 to 10, giving its answer. Alright? So I'll be sending the G Drive link on our GC, and that time will be on November 20. Alright. I think everyone has the time for you to finish your assignment. So I hope everyone will pass their assignment on the proper time. Alright. So that's the end of our discussion for today. Thank you for your cooperation and staying engaged in my discussion. See you next class. Bye. Bye.